Everybody, welcome back to Tammy Talks. I am Tammy. We are here tonight to talk Ready to Love Season 4, Episode 4, Out of Your Comfort Zone. So before we get started, I want to give a huge thank you once again to everybody that has been subscribing to the channel, thumbsing up the videos down in the comment section. Your support is greatly appreciated. I am this close to getting to 1,000 subscribers, and that's the goal, y'all. So if you have not already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you've been typing in my name every week or every video from like checking out other reviews and recaps I've done, save yourself the time. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and let's get started, y'all. So, I'm actually going to do these recaps a little differently now so that they're not as long. My goal on my channel is to not have super long videos at all. So I want to kind of condense it down. So I'm not going to talk about every single date or every single point on every date. I kind of want to do like high level recaps on just like the entire episode, if that makes sense. And then whatever I missed, we can go ahead and talk about down in the comment section. So the episode starts off with Tommy. He's meeting with the men to let them know that they now have the power to send a woman home at the end of the week. So he's encouraging them to all go out and have like meaningful dates with everyone. Get out of their comfort zone. Try to do something that will really like wine and dine the women, like find a way to woo them basically. So it starts off with Frank and Aisha. They go out to, it looks like a sports bar type of situation. They play pool. It's flirtatious, it's cute. Frank tells her that she was his initial connection, so he's like kind of always had his eye on her. He's attracted to her confidence and her motherly nature. She swoons by that. She expresses that she has an attraction to him, and she felt a connection with him as well. So kudos to them. Then we have Tyrone and Kheri. Kheri brought this on herself. Now we found out last episode that Kheri said she was feeling Tyrone. And she said that they had been talking on the phone, and then Tyrone texted her and let her know that he no longer, was feeling her. He wanted to like kind of move on, yada, yada, yada. Instead of Kheri like letting that go, because there are still like 8 or 9 other men there, she wanted to meet up so she can have closure. I don't know why people want closure all the time, but I guess. So Tyrone tells her that he felt she was too aggressive. She was taken aback by that. No woman wants to be called aggressive, whatever. So she kind of asked him to like explain aggressive. His first example was that when they were at the mixer and he got someone else's phone number, another woman's phone number, she gave a look. She was looking at him. He said that she had a look of like disappointment on her face, and me and her both were like, that's aggressive? That's aggressive to you? So I was very shocked by that, and it's kind of like, Tyrone, look, if you don't like this woman, just come on and tell her you don't like her. But for you to say that she was aggressive because she looked at you, give another woman your phone number. Aggressive is Camille. That's aggressive. But all right, Tyrone. Kheri right away was like, that's not aggressive. That's me expressing interest in you. And he was like, well, he had a date with someone else. Kheri texted him after his date and asked him how it went. I guess he did not reply. Then he said that she texted him around 12:30 in the morning asking was he still interested in her. To that, he did not reply either. He said because he did not know, he didn't have the answer for her just yet. So he texted her later that day, and that was when he gave her ultimately the it's me, not you type of speech. Kheri kept saying that there was a better way he could handle that situation. And Kheri, I don't know. Like, I feel like her questioning right now is coming across as slightly aggressive. My thing is, this man is telling you he's not interested in you. You let it go. You know what I mean? There are other men there that are available. It's not like this is the only man that you have an opportunity to go on a date with. And even then, if someone is telling you that they do not want you, why do you want them back? You know what I mean? Don't push it. It's not even like you've been dating this man for so long. So he told her there's just not a right way or a right time to tell you I like other people more than I like you. And if that cracked her face, I feel like she brought that on herself because she kept pushing the issue. So she ultimately accepts that. She tells him that she feels that he handled it kind of poorly. There's a better way to handle it. He thinks he handled it correctly. Agree to disagree, y'all, and then move on. So we have Corey, Camille, Cornelius, and Courtney. They go roller skating. Initially, when they get there, it's Corey and Cornelius. Camille comes in, her crazy ass, and she's like, oh, excited to see Cornelius, and then she's wondering, was she there on a date with just the two men? And Corey was like, no, here's the, person right here. And it is Courtney. Now, we know that Camille does not really see it for Courtney because Courtney and Cornelius had a moment on the double date. So she kind of looks away. She said it was disappointment or something. I thought it was pissed. It was low-key disgust because she doesn't like her. So, they end up partnering off. Camille is talking to Cornelius. She kind of asked him about his financials, and he said that he is debt free. He doesn't have any student loans. The only debt he has is his house. She, however, said that she has student loans, which, we all have. And then she made the statement that, we all have those for life. And he was like, not over here. They then talk about, like, she basically hints at sex. Camille is someone who says she wants to wait until she's married to have sex. And she asks Cornelius, has he ever been in a situation where he has waited with a woman and then when they finally do have sex, it's not good? Cornelius very confidently says no, because if we have chemistry outside of sex, the sexual chemistry is going to be there. I call bullshit on that because that's not true. I don't know if that is always true. So then we see Corey and him skating with Courtney. And Corey is a Kappa. So he's out there party hopping and doing all this other stuff. And he's extra, but he seems like he could be fun to hang out with. I wrote down Corey is low-key a creep. And I say that because there is a moment where Courtney is leaning against the wall and Corey comes right up and stands in between her legs so their pelvises are touching. And it's like Corey is always pushing up his little peen on somebody. First he did it last week with was it Moomin? He did it with her last week when he got on the tree behind her for whatever reason. That was inappropriate. And I feel like the way he was leaning into Courtney was inappropriate this time as well. Corey honestly strikes me as somebody that has had his fair share of sexual harassment, warnings at work, because I feel like stuff that he does that he thinks is just playing around comes across as low-key creepy. So they finished that up. Courtney likes Corey. She feels that, even though he's a lot, he has a sweet side. Cornelius feels that Camille, he likes her possessiveness, but he also is kind of worried that it's going to go a little too far, and he wants to be able to talk to some other people. So then we have Walter and Moomin. They go on a date to the botanical gardens. It is a cute little date. Whenever they talk about the flowers, it seems cool. She talks about how she doesn't open up easily to people. Great. So then we have Dante, Phil, Shiloh, and Kheri. So the four of them go and work out together. Phil and Shiloh partner up. Phil is so handsome, y'all. Phil is so extremely handsome to me. So the four of them partner up. Phil and Shiloh are having good conversation. They're talking. They're making little small talk, little flirtatious talk. I can definitely see them going out on another separate date where they can really, really talk. Kheri Kheri, girl, this is where the aggressiveness comes in. This is what can be seen as aggressive. So, Kheri and Dante are in there talking, and he asks Kheri, has she made any connections? And you can see all over her face. She wants to be like, yeah, Tyrone, but she keeps it cute, and she's like, I've made some, knowing she ain't got no other connections going on. So she asked Dante, and he was like, yeah, I have a couple going on. And then she was like, do you like me? Am I a connection? Do you like me? Am I one of them? And it's like, Kheri. So he is like, I don't know if that turned him off initially, or if he was just kind of, trying to test her out a little bit. But he kind of expresses that, he doesn't know if he really sees it for her the way that he initially thought. So, excuse me. Then we have Frank and Tissia. Tissia. So we have Frank and Tissia. Y'all, Frank was shaking the shit out of that drink. So they go somewhere where he is like making her some drinks, and he is in there just, yeah, because this is going to be the best drink ever. Just woo! And I'm like, okay, you took shaking that stir to the 10th power, my guy. So the entire time, you can tell he's trying to have fun. He's trying to be, a little flirty with it, a little cute with it. And she is just very stone-faced. And it's like, girl, are you ever having fun? If so, remind your face. But I think Tissia's issue is that she is still stuck on the fact that she was in the bottom two the last time that the men got to vote off. And she has had this scowl on her face since then because she feels that she made connections, and now she kind of feels they weren't as genuine as she thought. And she's pissed about it. So she is down to the last two, and it's between Tissia and Kheri. Naeem takes Kheri out and kind of lets her know that the men just don't feel enough connections with you, yada, yada, yada. Kheri takes it very graciously, and she's okay with it, as I feel like you should be. You should go out graciously with this. Tissia, on the other hand, Cornelius takes her out, and he's telling her the men are having trouble having meaningful connections with you. Frank mentioned that on their date, he's trying to ask her personal questions, and she talked about her professional career the whole time. And then they show the flashback, and it's like, yeah, she did. A couple of the other men have said that the conversations don't flow with her. Sometimes they come across as a little awkward, a little strained. And we can see that. Tissia, the problem is you, sweetheart. So he tells her that, and she's in her confessional, and she's upset. And she's like offended, and I'm thinking, you live to see another day. Like, take this as constructive feedback and work on what you need to work on. Maybe you need to practice with somebody how to have a conversation about yourself, or get your ass off your shoulders, swallow that pride, and realize, yeah, you were in the bottom two again. Maybe, just maybe, it's something that you were doing wrong, and it's not that the men are playing. So Kheri got sent home. I actually think Tissia should have gotten sent home. But let me know how you felt about the episode. Are there any couples, any pairings, not couples, but any pairings so far that you think will be a good fit? If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and I will catch you guys in the comment section.